I can't whistle, but I'm not any fun. We could keep going. Hi, everybody. Hello, friends.
I was whistling the whole time. It was no one.
Rose has very, very awesome whistling skills, if you hadn't noticed already. Welcome to the Rockbridge Regional Library's Makers Club live, guys. Live. We're live here. Anything can happen. And guess what? One thing is going to happen today. We are going to make
Dun, dun, dun.
lava lamps in our glasses.
Mine.
So if
Mine.
you out there, mine.
Mine.
And she's got to, okay. So look, before we get into it,
because
Rose.
I know you love blue.
Yeah, I was going to do blue. Before we get into it, let's talk about what we have here. This is not just fun and beautiful. It's also science.
Science.
Science! It
Never
is
heard of
a
that?
chemical reaction that causes the bubbles. So let's keep that in mind as we talk about this. So we've got certain ingredients we need.
Food coloring.
One of them is food coloring. You only need one color. So find your food coloring, put it there. You also need some baking soda.
Yeah, and also you need a glass and another glass that's smaller.
Thank you, you're jumping ahead. Baking soda, and then you're gonna need vegetable oil. Some of this stuff, you need a kind of a good amount of it, depending on the size of your glass. And finally, vinegar. Now, Rose, have you ever smelled vinegar? Ooh, take a smell. Smell it. If you have vinegar and you're brave, have a sniff. Oh!
Ew! And then you have a tall glass and a small glass.
Yes, you have a tall glass and a small glass, and you also
Mine is taller
have
than my mom's.
big whoop. And then you also have a little something with water in it because you'll need water too. So you have water, food coloring, baking soda, vinegar, and oil. Okay. And also, don't forget, you're gonna need a spoon.
Mine.
So, if you are ready, let's do this. Okay? So, Rose, step 1. Put a scoop of baking soda into the bottom. Yes, it is. Into the bottom of your tall glass. Yeah. I think we should just live a little bit dangerously here, guys, and put a scoop and a half, maybe even 2 scoops.
No, just this.
All right, you're gonna do 1 scoop, and I'll do 2 scoops. Would you like to put it in my glass?
I'll do a scoop in.
Scoop in a clump. Baking soda's weird.
I can't do that.
It's okay.
Scoop in.
Scoop in a clump. Can you give me 2 scoops of baking soda in mine?
Is this good?
Yeah, that's 1. Now let me have another one. Because you know why? The baking, you know what? Let's just see what happens so that they're a little bit different. I'm going to put a little bit more in this one too. Okay, so you've got your first step. There's your baking soda. Next step, let's add the oil. So I'm going to pour the oil. What you want to do is you want to pour your glass almost full. You want to have it maybe
about this tall?
No, about
This tall?
2/3.
This tall?
Yes, about that full. A little bit more than halfway. So on this one, we're gonna go. Yeah. So I'm pouring, and you want to pour it slowly. You don't want to just dump the oil in there because it's good for your baking soda to stay there and not mix up too much yet. So I'm gonna do mine to about there. Now, Roses, how far are you going to do yours? Now, do it gently so that... Okay, that sounds good.
There.
Great. Very nice. Keep going. I appreciate your mindfulness and pouring it gently and slowly so as not to mix things up too much. There you go. Keep going.
Okay.
Is that, I think maybe just a tiny bit more, because you want those bubbles to travel far from the bottom to the top. Unless, of course, you're in the BFG and then the bubbles will go from the top to the bottom. Did anybody get that joke?
I don't think anyone did.
Did you?
Yeah, it's a little.
Well, in the BFG, the famous book by in the Big Friendly Giants world, bubbles don't go from the bottom up; they go from the top down, which is just crazy. Okay, next step. We're going to top it off with a little bit of water. So I'm going to pour it just to make it really gently again, because it mixes up. Now, does water and oil combine?
Yes.
They do? They mix together?
Look.
Or do they stay separated?
They mix together.
They stay separated, like water and oil.
Miss B once taught us that.
Yeah, so put a little bit of water in your oil.
Yeah, like we did water and milk, and they separated.
They did? Water and milk?
Yeah, but we couldn't tell if it separated or not because it was clear mixed with white, so you can't see it that well.
Yeah. So different liquids have different densities, so that makes them kind of, sometimes they're at the bottom, sometimes they're at the top. That's probably good. Great. Okay, next step. You have your small glass, your small empty glass. We're going to put some vinegar in our glass. First, you have to take a smell of it. I'm going to do about half of a glass. I like the smell of vinegar. It's what I use to clean things, so I kind of like it. It reminds me of clean stuff. Okay, smell it. Oh! It does not smell good. So you've got your vinegar. Now it's time for the food coloring.
Drop 3?
I say let's do 5 drops.
I'll do 4. 1.
Fine. 1, 2.
2. Actually, I'm gonna do 5. 3. 4. 5.
Now you take your other spoon, the clean one that you have there, and you want to mix up. That looks cool. Mix up your vinegar food
I knew red was the best
concoction.
Yeah, I think red is gonna be the best.
Why is that?
It looks more like lava, and a lava lamp is called a lava lamp because it's supposed to look like it's lava.
Good point. Okay, so
it kind of looks like red apple juice.
Yeah, it sure does. Or just like fruit punch. Okay, so Rose, what I want you to do is slowly and, gently pour your vinegar mixture. Oh, it's okay. I've got a towel here. It's all right.
Why do I feel like this has a little...
Let me see here. Starting to work. Let's see what happens. I think we're at the top. I think that's about as high as it's going to go.
Should we stir it?
Now we're going to look at these bubbles start coming up. I'm going to just stick the bottom of mine. You want to make sure that vinegar is reaching the baking soda. That's what's going to cause the chemical reaction to make bubbles. Now you can see the bubbles coming through.
I think mine is working super
It's
well.
working. So once it continues...
That totally looks like lava. See, look, it's like actually...
At the top.
Oh, and on the top is my favorite color.
See if you can see that from
pink.
the top.
It's pink.
Oh,
That
it looks like a witch's brew.
That really looks like lava.
It does.
Ooh, and it,
So what's
raining.
happening is there is a chemical reaction
And it's
happening.
making it rain.
Yeah. There's a chemical reaction when vinegar and baking soda
Do yours.
combine. And because we made our vinegar a color, that's why our bubbles are a color. Okay, should we see what happens with blue?
Yeah.
All right, guys, here we go. Maybe if you come around this way, it might see better through the glass. Maybe not. Well, blue's my favorite color. Let me see.
Red's my second. But red is now making my first.
Nuh-uh. Cool.
Some of it went in my eye.
Oh no.
Is that bad?
No, it's okay. None of these ingredients are toxic. So it's okay. Well, it might not feel good. Now look at that. It looks like a delicious drink. Don't drink it. Trust me, that might be the worst drink you've had in your entire life if you drink that.
Well, probably the second worst if you ever have a apple juice mixed with pickles that has food coloring in it.
Oh, well, pickles use a lot of vinegar. So I wonder what would happen if you dropped baking soda in your pickle jar. Maybe we should have that as an experiment. I don't know. This is cool. So something to keep in mind. If at home you have, oh, there's big ones going in Rose's. If at home you have Alka-Seltzer.
It's probably because I have the biggest cup.
Maybe. If you have Alka-Seltzer at home, instead of baking soda, you can just drop an Alka-Seltzer in there. And that'll fizz up the same way. And if you have a bottle with a lid, you could do it in a plastic bottle, and then you can have it and take it around, which is kind of cool. And you could try other types of things, like what happens if you mix colors, and what happens if I just go ahead and put a drop in here. Anything? Nope. Well, that drop goes down, and I guess it'll mix into the stuff.
That's green now. It turns into green. Wow, green.
Sometimes I'm taking my spoon and I'm mixing it up just a little bit so that the vinegar can reach whatever's left at the bottom of the baking soda. I also think that maybe I should have left more space at the top of my glass.
Because now it's frying at your face.
So, friends, oh look, now there's green at the bottom where I put that green. I wonder what happens if I add yellow. Let's see. Put yellow on the side.
Maybe it will turn black. Look like a lava. Ooh.
This makes me want a Sprite. Like it's a fizzy drink. Let me give it a mix. All right, friends, so this is how you make a lava lamp, and I swear you can just stare at it for ages.
Yeah, I'm staring at mine.
Meditate about peaceful green
volcanoes sprouting.
Volcanoes. Now, in the window is an actual lava lamp. I wish I would have thought to turn it on before it's on, believe it or not. Before, in long enough time to show you how it looks. So, but maybe we can show it, but that's the beginning of it. There's wax in there, and it uses heat to melt the wax, which then starts bubbling. But this is
Yeah, it looks like a homemade one.
A very bad example because it hasn't been on long enough to heat up the wax. So, anyway, friends, you can try this at home. These items are hopefully or possibly can be found at your home today. And if you happen to do this project at home and can take and send us a picture, please do, because I would love to see your lava lamp drinks, but don't drink them. And don't forget, if you are joining our Rockbridge Regional Library's photo club, we want pictures of your pets or your stuffies or wild animals out there. Yeah, anything with an animal.
We're doing it for our pets because actually our pet is the best pet in the world.
That's true, but that's our opinion, right? Yeah. So we're doing pictures of pets this week, so please be sure to send your pictures to the library's Facebook page through Messenger, and we'll post them all tomorrow. And until next week, when we'll have a whole other makers thing to do, we'll see you then. And we'll see you at story time at 10:30 on Monday to Friday. Bye, guys. Have a good rest of your week.
Look at mine, look at mine, look at mine. Okay, that's enough. You're gonna make it not last as long. Wait, is that your spoon?
That was the spoon from the baking soda. That's no big deal.
But don't add your spoon in, okay?